Welcome to the Explainer. We're at a point where we're really pulling together everything we've been discussing, and it all boils down to one thing. We're going to distill why so many AI initiatives they fail. And let me tell you, the reason is almost never the technology itself. We're about to uncover the human element behind it all and lay out a real path to success.
Okay, let's just jump right in with the single most important question any leader should be asking about their AI strategy. This question really cuts to the heart of why billions, with a B, of dollars in tech investments so often end up with, pretty disappointing results.
And the answer, maybe surprisingly, is profoundly human. The biggest hurdle you're going to face? It's not the code, it's not the algorithms, it's not the cloud infrastructure. Nope. The real challenge is navigating the culture, the worries, and the very real, very legitimate resistance of the people inside your own organization. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. We have to completely reframe how we think about resistance. Seriously, you got to flip the script on this one. It's not a sign of negativity or people just trying to be difficult. A lot of the time, it's a signal from your most dedicated, your most plugged-in employees that they see real risks and have some serious concerns that leadership absolutely needs to hear. So let's see how this actually plays out across a company. Because resistance isn't this single monolithic problem, right? It looks completely different depending on where you sit. So let's take a quick tour of these legitimate concerns.
And this just lays it out so perfectly. Look, IT isn't being difficult. They're worried about integration and security because they've got the scars from past projects, HR sees the human cost and is trying to protect morale. Operations, they know the messy, real-world complexity of their processes, and they're terrified the AI won't handle all the exceptions. And middle management? Well, they're often facing a genuine threat to their authority and their entire role. Every single one of these concerns is valid, and you have to address every single one.
So if resistance is the big problem, what's the solution built on? Well, it all comes down to a single crucial element that, believe me, you cannot build overnight: organizational credibility. This is the real currency of change. Credibility isn't something you can just manufacture for a project with some slick communications plan. No way. It's the trust you have in the bank. It's really the grand total of how you've handled every single change in the past, every promise you've kept, and how you've shown you actually care about your people. So here's the bottom line. Before you even think about starting a major AI initiative, you have to do a really honest gut check of your organization's credibility. How do you stack up on these foundations? Because let me be clear, if trust is low, even the best technology on the planet is probably going to fail. But if you have that foundation of trust, then you can roll out a strategic framework. And this isn't about crushing resistance. It's about transforming it into a partnership that actually makes your AI strategy smarter and stronger. Now, this isn't just a simple checklist, okay? It's a systematic approach. It's about getting the very people who have concerns involved from day one, being brutally honest about the good and the bad, and putting real money and resources behind the transition. It's about treating that resistance like valuable intel that's going to help you avoid major mistakes down the road. And the results of doing it this way, they're powerful. The data shows that companies that manage resistance properly don't just get a little bit better, they take a giant leap forward. We are talking dramatically higher success rates, way faster adoption, and significantly better business results. And why? It's simple. When you actually listen to the resistance, you build solutions that are designed for how people really work. So, if you take away one single thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. The pushback you're feeling, it is not an obstacle you need to run over. It's a roadmap. Your most engaged people are literally telling you exactly what you need to do to succeed. You just have to be willing to listen. For assistance in creating a successful AI implementation strategy, you can contact Bob Slavic, Chief Technologist at Virtualization Options LLC. His email is bob.slavic@virtualizationoptionsllc.com. And that really leaves us with one final thought. Look, buying and implementing AI technology is getting easier and cheaper every single day. But building an organization that has the credibility, the trust, and the humility to actually listen to its people, that is the real work. And that is what's going to separate the winners from the losers.